Sorry. Do you want to talk?
I'm just trying to figure out
where we're going. Okay. Hey guys. Me again. Me again. So we're headed into town today. Man, I feel like we've been living off the land for like 2 weeks. We literally have. Anyways, we're going into town, and I was just having a conversation with Brian about where our motivation comes from, and as leaders, how we have to bring our own motivation, right? We have to bring that to ourselves. And I want to talk to you guys about my journey the last 2.5 years. And people are probably working, so I don't see anybody hopping on yet. Hopefully it's working. I know service is spotty, but anyways, you guys can watch the replay if nobody hops on. Oh, I have a leadership call in like 10 minutes. Shoot. I'm going to make this really fast. So, over the last 2.5 years, I've gone through many trials and tribulations. I've gone through issues in my relationship. I've gone through issues in my friendships on my team. I've lost friends. I've gained friends. I have, Brian and I actually went through a breakup, which is kind of funny. This was like 3 years or 2.5 years ago, you guys. So it was a long time ago. But my point is, like, I have been through everything that you have been through, and I have continued to build my business, and I have continued to stay consistent through those times. One very, very big thing that happened that almost derailed my business that I want to talk to you guys about really fast is my little brother faced prison time last December, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. He's in prison right now. And he won't be out for 2.5 years. And this derailed my business. It derailed my family. I was literally 20 weeks pregnant with Huntley when I found this out. And I let my business fall. And I am always very transparent with you guys, so I'm going to share this with you. It's the one and only time I ever lost rank. I was a diamond. I went down to executive in December of 17. And I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to continue this business, which might blow all of your minds, okay? So I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping. Brian and I were at each other's throats because here I was carrying his baby, couldn't even get myself out of bed because, yeah, we were living in we like to live in trailers, you guys. No, we were living in a trailer at the time because we were about to take off and travel the country, and this kind of derailed that plan for us because we had to be here for court dates. It was a whole year worth of massive emotional turmoil on my entire family, like my whole, like my dad, my brother, all our family. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because there are times in your business that you are going to want to give up. There are times that you might have a real job. This is a real job. You might have a job where you go to every single day right now still. Or I can compare this to maybe a stay-at-home mom. If you're also a stay-at-home mom, you might have those days where something happens in your life where you don't even want to be a mom at that point. Do you know what I mean? Not that you don't want to be a mom, but it's hard for you to get out of bed because something is just derailing your life, right? But in those times, you're still a mom. And in those times, you're still a wife. And in those times, you still get up and got to go to work. And because we have this incredible opportunity where we can work from our phones, this becomes something that is very easy to get unmotivated. It is very easy to put on the back burner. And so we've got a whole week left of this month, and it was just heavy on my heart that I wanted to, dang, my truck's sounding good. You guys hear that? Just kidding. Okay, kind of, not really. Anyways, moving on. So my point is, with telling you these things, is over the last 2.5 years, I have really had to self-motivate myself. And how do we do that? So I've got my sideline sisters. I've got my girls that I go to and say, listen, I can't even I can't even gather myself to make a post, or I can't even, maybe I'm having a hard time. I've had times where I lose friends that are teammates that maybe we butted heads for whatever reason. I'm talking years ago, but still, maybe we butted heads for whatever reason, and it just wasn't working out, and they quit, and I was counting on them or whatever, and I felt like my whole business was just going to fall. And yet I still kept going. And when you pull yourself out of those trenches, it actually makes you find who you are, and it actually makes you find out what you're made of, because those are the times where you're in those slumps of no LCs and no DTs, and how in the world is your team going to keep working if you're not keeping working? And I think this is something that needs to be said that a lot of people don't realize, and I'm not that person that's afraid to say it, right? So here's the thing: your team will only do what you are doing. So if you are down and out and you're like, you know what, I'm going through this time right now, and I'll get back there, but I just can't bring myself to work my business. Well, guess what? Your team sees that, and your team is now going to not make those moves. Your team is going to be like, well, if she's not in it, and here's the funny part: they may not even look at you and be like, well, if she's not working, I'm not working. It's not even, it might not even be that simple. What I'm saying is, it's what's the word? It's the vibe, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe, for real, you guys. Okay, I've been carrying currently for like, my arm's going dead is what I'm saying from holding my phone. I need to work out more. How many times do I say this on all of my videos? Man, I need to work out more. Okay, anyways, I want you guys to dig deep when you get in these ruts, or when you get in these leadership holes. I like to call them leadership holes because I have them too, you guys. I can't tell you how many times I look at Brian and I'm like, how in the world can I leave my team when I personally can't even get it together? Like, get it together. What do I need to do? And so I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. Number one, I am a woman of faith. So I dive in to my devotionals. I dive into prayer. I literally put my hands on my charts, you guys, when I have like a day or a week or a month. No joke, there's been months, guys, there's been months in my business that I have felt like I'm failing and that I can't be a good leader, and what do? And I put my hands on my chart and I literally start saying their names out loud, and I pray for each and every one of them. I don't know what this girl is going through, but I pray for her and I pray over her business, and I speak it out there that this is just a phase, and that it will get better, and I put positive things into effect. And so when things are good, things are great, right? But when things are bad, things are bad. And you have to be able to pull yourself out of that. No one's coming to save you. No one is coming to save you other than you. And you have to be the one that decides, okay, what is going to work? What is going to pull my head out of my butt right now? You know what I mean? Because, man, I can't even tell you how many times my head gets stuck up my butt. I know I shouldn't use these analogies, but it's so true, you guys, where I will start to bring in negative thoughts, and I will start to think to myself, man, maybe I'm not that great of a leader because my team doesn't seem like they're on fire right now. How can I ignite this fire again? Well, Rochelle, it starts with you. Where's your fire been? Where's your fire been, and what are you doing to push yourself? So when you guys see me on the top leader calls, and when you guys see me being called out for being a top enroller, and when you see me showing up every single day making my coffee, I don't miss a day, you guys. And there's nothing different between you and I other than consistency. Consistency. Say that word out loud. Consistency. What am I doing differently? I'm doing it every dang day. I'm showing up every dang day. No matter if my daughter is not sleeping or if she's being a flippin' champ for the last 4 days and sleeping all the way through the night. You guys, what's funny is I'm actually more tired now because we've been getting so much sleep. Like, we're getting too much sleep. Brian and I both are like, oh, we're so groggy because thank the Lord she is sleeping. But my point is, I'm really developing systems in my life that work for me. So when I start to get down, I really dig deep. It's not about my team. For 1 second, let me preach about this. It's not about my team. It's not about what so-and-so's doing or what so-and-so's not doing. It's about where I am mentally. and where I need to be. Because if my team's not working, that's on me. You guys ever like really dug deep and self-reflected? No, I'll wrap this up. I'm not leading it or anything, but I didn't want to miss it. So anyways, I'll wrap this up, but I really wanted to pour into you guys about this because it's something that's been so heavy on my heart. It starts with you. It starts with you, to the point where you have to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing every single day that I expect my team to be doing as well? And if I'm not doing it, then I damn sure cannot expect my team to be doing it. If I'm not showing up making my coffee stories every single morning, then I can't expect my team to. If I'm not showing up signing LCs every single day, then I can't expect my team to. What do I need to do for my business? What do I need to do to get myself going? What do I need to do to make sure that I stay on top of it and that I'm consistent and that I am a great leader? And when you start, it starts with you. When you start pouring into your team and when you start signing those LCs, your team sees that and they see that they need to start signing too. And they get that fire lit from it. So one last thing that I wanted to touch on is run with your runners, y'all. Reach out to them and say, look, I have had a slump this month. I don't know what it is, but I have had a slump this month. And I've only signed a couple LCs, or maybe I've signed no LCs, but I want to run with you this last week. I want to run with you and I want to see what you can do. Let's challenge each other every single day. Let's send out 100 messages every single day, whether it be for HAPs or product models or whatever. Let's send out 100 messages a day. Let's keep each other accountable. And when we do that, let's say, I've been doing it with my team, you guys, and they'll come back and be like, I sent out 114, and I'm like, shoot, I'm going to match you. You know why? Because I am not about the life of a leader that will not do what their team is doing. I'm in the trenches with you. And that is why we are such a high paid presidential and triple right now. That is why we are so, I don't chase the rank, you guys. I chase the bank. And if you want to make more money, that is what you need to do. You need to dig down and find those girls and guys that are ready to run. And you need to pull them up and say, I'm in the trenches with you. You sent out 114, I'll send out 115. I will match you. I will do this with you. And if you pull those girls up, and if you show them that you're in the trenches with them, they're going to work just as hard as you. But the trick is, you have to be willing to lose the sleep. You have to be willing to fill your cup every single day so that it is overflowing like crazy so that you can pour into others. Because let me tell you, when my cup goes dry, Brian knows it, he's the first one to see it. When my cup goes dry, it's negative Nancy this, it's negative this customer didn't even say hello to me. She's just like, how much is your coffee? You guys, I can't even tell you how many times I do that. This is my biggest pet peeve in the whole wide world. They'll be like, how much is it for coffee? Yet I'll scroll up and there's like, follow up, and they've always ignored me. And they're like, how much is your coffee? And I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? How are your kids? How are you doing today? Do you know how mad I get? I get so mad because I'm like, I'm a person. Hi, I'm a person. And there's a lot of people out there that want info on my coffee. And like, why should I waste my time if you don't even say hello to me? How rude is that? Like, Brian's like, have you done your self-development today, Rochelle? And I'm like, have you, Brian? I'm not even kidding. You guys think I'm kidding, but oh my gosh, it's so true. I'm not kidding. He says I'm not kidding. But you know what I'll do? I'll take a second. I'll step back. I'll go do my devotional because I need Jesus right at that moment. And I'll pray for this lady who doesn't even know how to say hello. And then I will say, hi, how's it going? I'd love to tell you more about my coffee. I'm so glad that you reached out. I'll just pull my head out of my butt. Sometimes you got to do that. And then you'll notice that her response is different because you're literally speaking volumes to me right now. Oh, yay, good. I'm so glad that this is helping you guys. I'm supposed to be on a leadership call, so I should probably go get my cup filled so that I can pour more into you guys, but I'm just on a roll right now and I just can't. So, anyways, I just had to hop on here and tell you guys this because when you change your mindset and when you know how to pull yourself when you know how to pull your own head out of your butt, you can coin that. What is it? You can use that if you want. Like Rochelle's inspirational speeches are to hashtag pull your own head out of your butt. You guys, it's not rocket science. It's so simple. You just have to be willing to do what it takes. You have to be willing to put in that work. And let me tell you, it's hard. It is hard to pull your own head out of your butt, because there are times where all you want to do is just like indulge. You guys, the other day I ate a cinnamon roll because I was just feeling so down about mom life in general. The fact I didn't just eat one. I'm sorry, I didn't actually elaborate on that. Brian's like snickering over here. I ate 2, okay? So it was like nighttime and I'm like, I need a cinnamon roll. And Brian's like, okay, well, here you go, I'll make it for you. And then he came back and he's like, do you want another one? And I was like, why did you ask me that? And he's like, because I just, do you want another one? And I'm like, yeah, I do, thank you. And I ate another cinnamon roll, because mom life is hard, and watching your daughter scream it out for 3 days in a row is hard. And it is like the best thing that we've ever done. Don't get me wrong, you don't have the whole story here, so trust me, I didn't just let her scream. But my point is, we've tried everything and we had to. And sometimes I don't want to pull my own head out of my butt, is my point. Sometimes I just want to cry and eat 2 cinnamon rolls, and that's okay, because the next morning I woke up at 5:30 with a new fire in my belly. I did my devotional, and I got myself together, and now I'm on top of the world. And tomorrow I might have a day, I might have a day where it's not great. But my point is, I have learned how to motivate myself. Nobody's coming to save me. So nobody's coming to save you. I hope this spoke to you today. I'm going to let you guys go. We're almost to town, and we're going to eat some yummy lunch. And yeah, go take this to your teams. Tag your teams. And I hope that this helped you today. I love you guys. Talk to you later.